Hello, everyone. Namaste. Uh, this week's, I would like to address loving things as they are, not making comparisons, um, and trusting, even when it looks, especially when it looks like there's no solutions or that things aren't going to turn out the way that you want them to. And I guess radical acceptance from the space of um, retaining your equanimity and your calmness. Um, that's what I've been experiencing this week as far as a driving lesson is just to accept things, to be patient, um, and allow and accept. There's another thing that I want to tie into this is perception and all of our many different ways that we can look at things just within our own perception, and then realize that with conscientious awareness that everybody else has just as wide variety of perception from their own point of view. And when you're perceiving things, when I'm perceiving things, what I'm noticing is that depending on what beliefs I'm holding to be true or that are running in my background subconscious programming, if they're running unconsciously, and I have a particular set of beliefs, the level of perception that I can have is limited by those beliefs, because I'm probably, unless I'm consciously stretching those beliefs, or stretching. Unless I'm consciously stretching those beliefs, I am limited to only being able to perceive things within that spectrum of beliefs. And other people are limited to those perspectives as well, unless somebody offers up a new perspective and they're open enough to go there in their imagination or in their thoughts and like take a look at that perspective. But often in the past, it has been a natural response for many people to try to justify their own perspective and to make their perspective right. And I'm going to start talking from an accountable space. Often in the past, I have perceived and pushed to have my perspective seen and understood, because if I always felt like if people could see or understand my perspective, then obviously they would see things my way, right? And I think that that's a trait that's been passed on and passed down, family to family to family, person to person, and it's a part of our ego. That and our ego is so important for so many things, and it's the fact that we allow our ego to be off balance from the rest of our system that you always hear people talk about killing the ego, and killing the ego is not the thing to do. Love your ego. It's a part of you. It's like hating your right index finger. No. I love my right index finger. I love myself, right? And but I feel like what I want to introduce is the idea of realizing the limits in your own perception and broadening them by expanding uh, and, and loosening your belief system. It's great to have beliefs, and it's but the more flexible I become, the more compassionate I become, and the more with the more compassion, the greater sense of understanding and being able to see other people's perspectives, even if they do not match mine. But I think that well, I feel like there's great value there because when we can start stretching that within ourselves, then we can identify that other people, the reasoning for their perspective might be uh, where they are limited in their perspective based on their beliefs, and their beliefs might differ from mine. But that doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't make their perception wrong, and it doesn't make my perception wrong. And it's not about being right or wrong. And I feel like we've forgotten that as a human race, and it's more about honoring all, and trying to understand, seeking to understand, not agree, not agree, but understand and have compassion for. And I feel like the more we do this within our own inner circles, our families, our communities, the more that ripples out and the more open communication we're having, and the deeper we're able to relate to one another instead of being in conflict with one another. And uh, yeah, so just be conscious of that this week. And I'm choosing to be conscious of that this week. Uh, we had Love Fest Day. Love Fest Day was on the 25th, and I was at a Building Man Festival with no internet reception, but I had a great Love Fest Day. And if you don't know what Love Fest Day is, it's every time the moon crosses Venus, which happens once a month, and we celebrate it as a church. And we really promote self love practices on that day, and really promote self love practices in general. And if you have a way that you give yourself love, please share it in the comments. If you have ideas of ways or things that you'd like to do to celebrate Love Fest Day, um, I will announce the next Love Fest Day on my next video next Wednesday at 3:33. I think it's either the 26th or the 27th, I believe. Um, but I'll announce that for sure in the next video next week. And tune in if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet. Please do share it with your friends. Um, we're really going to be growing a lot of community here and providing a lot of resources and connection, and doing some grand things together. So if you'd like to get involved, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Um, we, as the Church of Flames, we are radically redefining the word church, and while exploring the creative within. And I just want to also really emphasize that you have the power to give yourself anything at any point in time, any type of energy that you would like, and you have the power to shift. And so I'm going to rephrase that. But I wanted you to know that um, you, when I say I, you have that as well. And I'm coming from a space of um, loving and sharing. And so I, this is a piece of gold right here, you guys. Take it in. Okay, you ready for it? I have the power in mind. I have the freedom in mind to select any state of consciousness instantaneously. Okay? I have the power in mind, I have the freedom in mind to consciously select any state instantaneously, no matter what my outside circumstances are or what I'm experiencing. I have the ability to focus where I'm, or to change where I'm focusing my attention and focus on whatever I would like to be feeling or thinking about. Um, I know that when I get mad or upset or frustrated, it's really easy to focus on the thing that I'm mad about or frustrated about. And if I keep on focusing on it, and usually I'm in a state of judgment or I'm in a state of um, not honoring and accepting things the way that they are. And I'm usually taking something personally when I'm in that state. And I can focus on that as long as I would like. I could be hurt as long as I would like. I could be mad as long as I would like. But I can also shift into a different state instantaneously. I have the power in mind. I have the freedom in mind to do that. And so do you. And that shifts it from being uh, a victim to being in control and being accountable and being conscious and aware of the thoughts you're holding in the cauldron of your mind. And um, those are very, 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 very powerful. The Kabbalion says that God gave us, mankind, two things that are equal to immortality, and those are thoughts and words. So be conscious of what you think. Notice what you think. Uh, Notice all the little stories or that voice in your head. What are you thinking about? What programming are you letting in? Rather that be consciously or subconsciously. What programming are you choosing to expose yourself to? And what are you continually thinking about? Um, and what are the words coming out of your mouth? Are you retelling old stories and recreating, regurgitating old stories and old pains and old traumas? Or are you speaking in the language of increase and speaking uh, your creations conscientiously? And on what level? And that's a moment to moment. Like, um, I think that the place to start is to just start noticing. Just uh, increase your. I am increasing my conscientious awareness on a daily basis. Yeah. And I trust that that resonates and sparks something inside of you um, to do something similar. Um, anyway, I just uh, want to also share that you can give yourself love, if you can give yourself courage, you can give yourself strength, you can even give yourself like extra energy when you're like really feeling tired and shift into feeling that extra energy. You are a powerful being and you are incredibly, incredibly capable of creating anything. And when we start creating from that space, in the space of love, and we start connecting with one another in that space and from that space, um, we can move mountains. We really can. And we can definitely start connecting instead of dividing. And we can definitely start listening and relating instead of trying to prove our point or be right. And we can start really exercising uh, uh, receptivity. Receptivity. When somebody's giving you something, rather than that be their opinion or their beliefs, they're giving you something. And you don't have to resist it. You don't have to fight against it and give something back that is like, you can receive it and let it be. It's theirs. It's their belief. It's their gift, whatever it is that they're sharing. And uh, you can take in that gift, and it doesn't need to uh, reflect. You don't need to judge it or uh, change it in any way. I love you all. I trust that the perfect people heard this message at the perfect time. Check out the channel. We're going to have lots of things happening on this channel in the coming weeks, and it's just going to get more and more and more. It's going to be an incredible source of resources, knowledge, awareness of what we're doing, how we're creating, how we're inspiring and uplifting one another. And I am open to any feedback. I'm open to comments. I'm open to suggestions. And looking forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 3:33. Uh, you know, give yourself some love. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I am worthy. I am grateful. I am loved. I am supported. I am blessed. I am peace, love, happiness, bliss, and fulfillment. So are you. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.